So many saints in history, they made the deity as the basis of their worship. Some people question that, ultimately you are worshipping stone. How come you are getting the benefit of God? And why is this deity worship process in existence in our culture? Now, it's not just Mirabai, it's not just Andal. If you read the Bhaktamal, you will see thousands upon thousands of devotees who experience the reciprocation from the deity. Why did Bihari Ji become so famous in Vrindavan? Because Bihari Ji started reciprocating. And devotees started getting these chamatkars, miraculous experiences. There's the famous story of Judge Swami. So Judge Swami was a sadhu who used to live in Haridwar. But earlier on, he used to be a judge in the district of Mathura. What happened that made him take sannyas? There was a Brahman who was living in the vicinity of Bihari Ji's temple in Vrindavan. He had to get his daughter married. In the Indian culture, that would often create a financial burden, and he needed money. So he borrowed money from a lender, and subsequent to the marriage, he started giving back. The lender kept on taking the money, but when the last installment came, he filed a case that this guy took money from me and he never gave back. The judge, when he got the case, he sent the munsif, the clerk, to meet this Brahman. So the clerk went and met the Brahman next to Bihari Ji's mandir and said that there is a summon for you. You took money and you did not give it back. He said, of course I did. The munsif clerk who had come said, do you have a witness? And he said, Bihari Ji is my witness. So the clerk went and said to the judge, he seems like an honest man. And he says, he's got a witness. Who's his witness? Bihari Ji. When the case came up for review, the announcement was made. Gawahi Bihari Hazir Ho. May witness Bihari come to the witness box. The first call was made and nothing happened. The money lender was also there and the Brahman was also there. So the second announcement was made. Nothing happened. The third announcement was made. And somebody came with a blanket all around him. Now, in Vrindavan in the winters, it gets really cold. So he had a blanket and he had covered his face. He came into the witness box. He removed his blanket and looked at the judge. Just the face. And the pen dropped from the judge's hand. So the judge said, you are Bihari? He said, yes. You are witness to his payments? Said, yes. Can you explain? So he said that the money lender had two registers. One is the wrong one and one is the real one, which is inside his cupboard, and he related all the payments. So the police went and checked, and it was found that it tallied completely with what the witness had said. And subsequent to that, the judge then wrote the judgment that he is freed. He broke his nib, and he went and took sannyas. Why? Because Bihari himself had come to give the witness. Out here, of course, some people question that, ultimately you are worshipping stone. How come you are getting the benefit of God? Well, the fact is that in the spiritual realm, it is your bhav which counts. You can take any name of God you wish. There is no such requisite, you have to take this one name that the Guru gave in the ear. God has got innumerable names, and He's seated in all His names. He is concerned with your bhav. If you have bhav, that is all that counts. Take a look at the friends of Shree Krishna, his cowherd friends. They did not say Shree Krishna like we say. They said Kanwa, because they saw him as an equal. They say, Kanwa, come here. And the gopis, they pulled him further down. They labeled him as Langar. Langar means loafer. You loafer, you are running after us like this. But the heart was filled with love. And that is what enabled them to achieve a state that even the big rishis aspired for. So likewise, the story of Dhannajat, where he insisted to his guru that you have to give me a deity that I will worship. And the Guru just took a piece of stone and said, here it is. What is this, Guruji? It is a Shila. They take Shilas from Govardhan and they worship it as sacred. This is a Shila of Shree Krishna. But Dhannajat had such faith that he created the right sentiments, and ultimately God manifested from there as well. Some people, they vehemently condemn deity worship. But that would then create a discord. We say God is all-pervading except for His deity. Now, if He's actually all-pervading, then He's in His deity. And He's also seated in the heart of His devotee. And He is noting the sentiments that you are making. He is noting that you are serving the deity with that bhav. And consequently, He is bestowing the grace and the devotee is receiving the reciprocation. And that is why deity worship becomes a great way to connect with Him.